Please be seated. President of the college, Dr. Sean Strong, will now provide some welcoming remarks.
On behalf of the Board of Regents, faculty and staff of the State Tech College of Missouri, I welcome you to the commencement exercise. Today we will recognize a record 747 students at 3 graduation ceremonies. I speak for the rest of the faculty, administration, and staff when I say this is definitely our favorite time of the year. I'm very proud of the State Tech faculty and staff that are seated in front of the stage. They made the best of a challenging situation the last 2 years during the COVID-19. State Tech did not miss an in-person graduation because of COVID, did not put a class online because of COVID, and did not have a mask mandate in place this entire year. Our approach to dealing with COVID was very different than most of higher education. That said, much of this graduating class and the faculty and staff had to bear the worst of the pandemic last year. I and the board are grateful for all they have done to enable this graduation. Will the faculty and staff please rise and be recognized? You wouldn't be here today without your parents and family. I know they've made sacrifices that we will never fully appreciate to get you to this point. I hope the graduates will take a minute and thank you at some point today. I would like to thank you now for all of you've done for your soon-to-be State Tech graduate. Will the graduates please stand and turn to recognize the parents and families of the graduates? Thank you. But even with all your parents' advice, the support of your friends, and the State Tech faculty and staff, this day would not be possible without you taking ownership for your education and making this commitment to get to this point. We know you came to get the very best college in the country, hands-on education. We're proud of the way you responded to adversity. This will serve you better later in life. You will look back on your time at State Tech as a defining moment in your life. We are proud of you and know we have prepared you to meet your next challenges. For today, enjoy the moment. You will soon be a graduate from the very best two-year college in the country. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Strong. I'm Jenny Jacobs, Vice President of Finance, and I have the pleasure of introducing today's speaker, Mr. Rusty Dutton. He graduated from Centralia High School in 1996. He graduated from State Tech's Heavy Equipment Operations Program in 1997, then started his career. Rusty has been in the construction industry for almost 25 years. He worked primarily in heavy highway construction and was led to his current role as manager of capital hauling by taking on multiple roles ranging from work in the field to work in the office. He serves on the Centralia R6 Board of Education, Central Missouri Political Action Committee for the Builders Association, and the Emerging Leaders Committee for the Missouri Asphalt Pavement Association. He is a Kiwanis member, but most importantly, he is a husband and a father. He and his wife, Jessica, have been married for 21 fantastic years. They are parents to Tanner, a junior in high school, and Raleigh, a 7th grader. He He and his family reside on their farm in Audrain County and are members of the Parkview Christian Church. Outside of work and other commitments, you will likely find him at his children's sporting events or working to improve his farm. Unless it is turkey or deer season, then he's hunting. He also enjoys spending time with his two Labrador retrievers, Waylon and Willie, who love riding shotgun in the Ranger. I think you're going to enjoy his speech. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Rusty Dutton.
Good morning, graduates, family, administration, faculty, and staff. We're celebrating a great day here, and it is a pleasure to be with you. I would like to thank Dr. Strong, the whole State Tech institution, and for the invitation, and a special thank you to Miss Ashley Anderson. Miss Ashley has been very encouraging through this process and has been wonderful to work with. Although, if she had tips for speaking to a crowd of this size, I think she forgot to mention those. Some of you have read a press release that described me. Some are likely thinking, who is this person? What is his story? Why is he here? Others may already be thinking, when is he going to be done? My name is Rusty. I go by Rusty or RD most of the time. But in reality, I'm just a guy. I'm a normal dude, and I'm not special by any stretch of the imagination. I graduated here in 1997 from the heavy equipment program and have worked in the construction industry ever since. I could provide you with more details about myself and my journey, but quite honestly, my proudest achievements were read aloud in the introduction by Ms. Jacobs. I will say the facilities here are extremely different compared to the time I spent on campus. You've likely heard of the Quonset hut classrooms, what the campus looked like prior to an airstrip, and back in the day, we parked on rock, not these fancy asphalt parking lots. I'm not sure what the student lounge looks like currently, but in '97, you could get a pancake, a Mountain Dew, shoot pool, all in the morning before class. We thought that was really cool. When asked to speak here today, some suggestions were provided. Why did you choose State Tech? Your experience while attending, and in your career, What skills were gained while attending, and any advice you may have. I feel those topics are unique to each of us. We all take away our own experience and we draw our own conclusions. Couldn't get those thoughts to flow, so I went a slightly different direction. I would like everyone in attendance today, not just the graduates, to think about influence for one moment. Who influenced you in your life? What did that look and feel like? Are you applying those influences? And I'm not talking TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter. I'm talking the true influences in life. Let me share. My grandfather. Maybe you can relate, maybe you can't. Man's man, big guy. He was the plant superintendent at AP Green in Mexico, Missouri. Everything has its place, and every place has its thing. You wore a shirt to the table, period. You didn't wear a hat in a public building. And you don't pull a push lawnmower. He had sayings, you know, the ones that make you really think, like, I'll give you $1 worth of nickel knots. Of course, that's when I was younger. Your mother and my wife. Wait a minute, you're my grandpa. My favorite, now then. Isn't that like a double negative or something? These sayings had a unique way of drawing you into the conversation and getting you to pay attention. Once, of course, you figured out the meaning. He also really lived by two things that stuck out: Accountability. If he said it, he did it. No backing up. And consistency. You got the same man every day. Guess what? In our home, you wear a shirt to the table. You better not wear a hat in the building on purpose. Everything has its place, and you don't pull a push mower. You actually can tell the difference in the grass. Talk about having an influence. Now let me introduce you to a coworker and friend of mine, if you'll let me explain, Tim Wood. Tim and I have a great working relationship, and we met when I was a concrete foreman. If you've ever been around concrete crews, well, let's just say we're a little bit unpolished, tend to think we're larger than life, and we work hard and play harder. Now, Tim had been around for years and was a superintendent when we started working together, and I found his faith in the folks working for him one of his greatest attributes. I will say that his skills and his knowledge of the industry is what most folks recognized him for. Heck, he's a legend in the heavy highway industry. However, if you're fortunate enough to know and to work with Tim, the faith he places in you is his influence. Now, Tim calls everybody babe. Often when he would call, this is how it would go. I need you to get me out of the woods just one more time, babe. Tim can make you feel like you're the only person on the planet that can help him. His ability to challenge you with like situations where goals were previously met, explain clearly his path and plan of attack and ask for yours, while introducing slowly into the conversation that others do not believe it possible at all. Somehow has you at the end of each conversation believing you can conquer the world. And Tim's also comfortable letting you say no. Then he spent enough time with you making sure that you change your mind. There was a time that our vice president of operations was intent on changing our schedule, and I was I'll be honest with the crowd, I was really vocal about not agreeing with it. Tim calls me, "Hey babe, we need to talk." After letting me vent, explain, cuss, and pick apart every reason the change was inappropriate, this is Tim's advice. He says, "Let me fill you in on something. I've known and worked for Mr. Pasley, our vice president, a long time. And while I haven't always agreed with John, he is the boss. If Mr. Pasley wants an upside-down bridge, then we're going to build him the best damn upside-down bridge you've ever seen. And that is all it took. I got it." Tim's influence. You know, it wasn't an option for me to ask my grandfather to speak of him today. Excuse me. But I do stay in touch with Tim, and I had the opportunity to ask if he would allow me to use our relationship as an example. His response verified the reason his influence sticks out to me. "Absolutely, babe. I'm glad I could make a difference. And for that, I'm extremely grateful." What does this mean? Why talk about those two individuals? Well, they both had a great influence on me, personally and professionally. And I don't believe that was the focus for either of them at any time. It was simply the approach they took that made them influential in my life. You have these people too. Who are you thinking of now? You may have to reflect, you may have to look around, but we all have them. Now then, did you get that? Thank you for your time and attendance here today. Congratulations, graduates. The world is waiting, and the future is exciting. I have this encouragement for you specifically. Always seek the influential people in life. Some will just show up. Others have always been around. And some you may not realize until later. You are responsible for recognizing who they are and why. And I would leave you with this challenge. When asked to build an upside-down bridge, go out and build the best damn upside-down bridge they've ever seen. Thank you.
Thank you, Rusty, for joining us as our speaker today. We are honored, and it was a privilege to have you as our commencement speaker in 2022. My name is Chris Bowser, Vice President for Student Affairs, and I have the privilege of honoring two special groups of graduates. First, will our outstanding students please stand to be recognized? You got it. Stay standing. Outstanding students are identified in your programs. Each program has the option of selecting an outstanding student. The criteria for this award are exceptional academic, technical, and workplace skills. Please join me in recognizing this year's outstanding students. You may be seated. Will our Phi Theta Kappa graduates who are wearing either gold stoles, blue and gold cords, or gold tassels please stand and be recognized? Phi Theta Kappa is the International Honor Society for two-year colleges offering associate degree programs. Students must be invited to be a member of this select group. To be eligible for lifetime membership, a student must have completed at least 12 semester credit hours with a grade point average of 3.5 or above on a 4-point scale, maintain a 3.0 GPA, be enrolled full-time in a regionally accredited institution offering associate degree programs, be of good moral character, and possess recognized qualities of citizenship. Please join me in recognizing our Phi Theta Kappa graduates. You may be seated. I would now like to introduce our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Ms. Angie Gaines.
Thank you, Dr. Bowser. Good morning. I have the privilege of recognizing the students achieving scholastic honors as identified in your program. Will the graduates qualifying for cum laude please stand? For this honor, a student must maintain a cumulative GPA of 3.4 to 3.59 while attending State Technical College of Missouri. Please join me in recognizing the graduates earning the distinction of cum laude. You may be seated. Will the graduates qualifying for Magna Cum Laude please stand? For this honor, a student must maintain a cumulative GPA of 3.6 to 3.79 while attending State Technical College of Missouri. Please join me in recognizing the graduates earning the distinction of Magna Cum Laude. You may be seated. Will the graduates qualifying for summa cum laude please stand? For this honor, a student must maintain a cumulative GPA of 3.8 to 4.0 while attending State Technical College of Missouri. Please join me in recognizing the graduates earning the distinction of summa cum laude. You may be seated. At graduation, we also present the President's Award, the highest state tech distinction, which is given based on the student's demonstration of leadership, citizenship, character, and service to the college. This year, we had one recipient who will receive this award at the 12 p.m. commencement ceremony. Ms. Amy Ames, Chief of Staff, will now introduce the State Tech Board of Regents.
Mr. John Kleba, Mr. Ed Frederick, Members of the State Tech Board of Regents will now present their graduation candidates. Graduates, as you leave the stage, please transfer your tassels from right to left. Thank you.
Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Collision Technology, Aaron R. Clark. Layton Josiah Fries. Zachary Jacob Armstrong. Sean Alvin Hyatt. Samuel Eugene Dorton. Clayton Reese Cummings. Braden Charles Hyatt. Christopher Kyle Hutchins. Jaden Michael Sibick. Richard William Eppel. Gavin Sean Shackelford. Tyler Glenn Hagemeyer. Christopher Lynn Kirkland. Joshua Wallendorf. Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology, General Option, Alexander Gabriel Hillrich. Brendan Matthew Hayner. Devin Stewart Kelling. Trenton Morgan. Dylan Christopher Minch. Levi Lucas Strump. Zachary Voss. One-year certificate, Automotive General, Benjamin Xavier Rotman. Luke William Young. William Dane Allen. Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology, Electric Hybrid Vehicle Option, Erin Margaret Goldberg. Ian S. Curry. Bradley David Lackman. David William Levy. Seth Francis Pettigill. Matthew Pickett. William Edward Ziegler. Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology, Electric Hybrid, Vehicle Option, less than 1 year certificate. Also in Welding Technology, Andrew Wesley Howard. Lance Reese Austin. Also from the light diesel option, Connor James Ganoski. Shane Allen Graham. Miles Wesley Gritch. Hunter D. Douglas. Nathaniel Douglas. Austin Michael Francure. Justin Lee Hicks. Isaiah James Pringer. Andrew Charles Shields. Lance Valesky. Ian Taylor Wyatt. Associate of Applied Science, Automotive Technology, High Performance Option, Cooper Nicholas Ingerhoff. Lindsay Alice Ishbach. Virgil Lee Miller III. Elizabeth Boone Chirac. Eric Thomas Stenberg. Laren Cale Yoder. Associate of Applied Science, Aviation Maintenance, Andrew Benton. Clinton Earl Burton. Jacob Thomas Dollison. Jake Weston Warren. Caleb Brown. Corey Johnson. Matthew James Johnson. Hayden Michael Satoff. Eli Jean Moore. Philip Elijah Burns. Caleb James Phipps. Victor Wine. Trevor Joseph Wilson. Daniel Patrick Whalen. One-year certificate, aviation maintenance, power plant, and airframe, Carl Joseph Lee. Associate of Applied Science, Electronics, Engineering, Technology, General Option, Braden Billa. Austin Cole Bainer. Keith Hassenberry. Oliver Jackson Pulaski. Hayden Harper Hill. Dalton L. Fisher. Trenton James Post. Zachary Odell Skiles. Stephen William Ron Diornellis. Mark David Ziervogel. Isaiah Joseph Knotts. Jordan Thomas Parsons. Tyler Keith Haynes. Tyler Baker. Holden Joseph Campeter. Associate of Applied Science, Electronic Engineering Technology, Biomedical Engineering Technology option. Ian Dale Rice. Noah Shelby Morrill. Garrett Michael Stemley. Dakota James Paul Gomush. Connor Michael O'Day. Hayden Douglas Barlow. Change. Associate of Applied Science, Electronic Engineering Technology, General option, Electronic Engineering Biomed Technology option as well. John Maxwell Kennington. Blake Andrew Slater. Marcy Leanne Havis. Christian Michael Strobel. Gage Stephen Crane. Wyatt Mueller. Dalton Beckley. Associate of Applied Science, Heavy Equipment Technology, General option, Marshall Weldon Ross. Ezekiel C. Couch. Luke William Terry. Paul Joseph Menard. Jacob Edward Swearingen. Adam Michael Lawyer. Lindsay Suzanne Simpson. Caden Paul Matthey. Jacob Brendan Prim. Jackson Bryant Lear. Cameron Lee Stegner. Zane R. Stone. Cole Joseph Fisher. Tucker J. Hannon. Carver P. Holdmeyer. Nelson Turner McCracken. Chance Leonard Oliver. Justice Lee Love. Dakota Paul Nyer. Zachary Paul Weber. Trenton John Gleason. Benjamiah Ronald Weaver. Logan Matthew Stanton. Associate of Applied Science, Heavy Equipment Technology, CAT Dealer Service Technician option, Dylan Barton. Bryce Edward Braden. Jacob Brown. Cody Lee Kergene. Evan Gall. Jacob Blake Haven. Logan James Henry. Jeff Allen Kern. Wyatt D. Lynn. Joseph W. Niemeyer. Ross R. Porter. Dalton Cole Sapp. Kyle Dale Thompson. Lath Michael Wilson. Zachary Logan Wright. Associate of Applied Science, Medium Heavy Truck Technology, General Option, Jacob Jeffrey Anderson. Gregory James Brower. Tanner Douglas Dozier. Carter Thomas Dunn. Dalton Lee Kelling. Bruce Andrew King. Dylan M. McGill. David Allen Mayfield. Kelby K. Moore. Matthew James Robertson. Colton Robertson. Logan Gardner Stanfield. Blake Taylor. Nathan C. Teese. Dustin Thompson. Matthias Michael Weberg. Associate of Applied Science, General Technology, MFA, Connor Ray Shine. Samantha Lee Ann Davison. Bradley Ryan Hayen. Ethan Edward Helming. Hunter James. Drew Metzger. Aaron Paul Overcamp. Jacob Wayne Vosmer. Associate of Applied Science, Power Sports Technology, General Option, Anthony Joseph Bach. Benjamin Conrad Bachledge. William Max Felmer. Austin Tyler Hildebrand. Mason Matthew Wacker. Associate of Applied Science, Precision Machining Technology, Clayton Leo Steffens. Alexander James Benny. Colton Joseph Fink. Bryce Robert Groff. Trenton Daniel Beard. Richard Price Williams. Shannon Connell. Wolfgang P. Davison. Matthew Kenneth Mueller. Malachi James McFarland. Jack Richard Smith Dinkins. Victor John Cerrillo. Nicholas Todd Maurice. George Duncan Allen. Aaron Michael Gray. Caleb Aaron Brown. Cole Mitchell Glick. Gustav Anthony Wisman. Houston Richard Webb. Andrew Daniel Kurtz. Jacob Walter Caver. Nicholas Joseph Weber. Ellie Laura Schreier. Braden T. Bartlow. Tim C. Brinkman. Noah Andrew Murray. Jared Michael Martistic. Jonathan Francis Lewis. Dalton Keith Swigger. Brock Michael McCary. Gavin Christopher Lowe. Tanner Patrick Ray. Jackson Dale Probe. Christopher Jacob Snook. Associate of Applied Science, Welding Technology, Nora J. Baker. Timothy James Swartz. Nicholas Allen Mealy. Leon Matthew Farrell. Blake Thomas Weberg. James Nicholas Salmon. Chandler David Anderson. Lucas Dawson Diggs. Kevin Lee Frank. Jacob Plasmeyer. Cole Schmidt. Hunter Joseph Guerrera. Trenton Lee Hawes. Bentley Clayton Lindsay. Evan Ray Barton. John Stephen Beckman. Trishan Billmeyer. Keaton Thomas Christensen. Tristan Allen Engel. Dakota James Peters. Logan Andrew Heimrichs. Dalton Welshmeyer. Landon Riley Fanning. Less than 1 year welding technology, entry level 1 year certificate in welding technology, Adam Michael Dyer. Certificate for welding technology, entry level welding, Joseph Jewell. Harley Ann Wider. Michael Anthony Lewis.
The students who have just crossed the stage have met the graduation requirements of the State Technical College of Missouri, the State of Missouri, and are entitled to receive their respective degrees or certificates. Ms. Shannon Groos, Vice President of Academic Advancement, would like to welcome you to the State Tech Alumni Association.
You did it! You are graduating. On behalf of the over 14,000 State Tech alumni, we applaud and congratulate you. In fact, we admire you. Earlier, you received a gift of a keychain. Now, many people would equate this to being a symbol to carry the keys to your success, but that is not the case here. In fact, based on our keyless world, this keychain may never carry keys, but that's just fine. You already have the key to your success. You are a State Tech grad. But this keychain does represent you joining a very elite family, the State Tech family. Now, like any family, we do have some expectations. First, our family supports each other. We will be here for you, and we hope you will be there for us. Whether you need career assistance or just advice from an instructor, we will support you. Second, we want you to stay informed. As you well know, things can change rapidly, and staying informed about what is happening at State Tech will only make you a better family member. So whether it is through Facebook or Twitter or TikTok, keep in touch. Last, we want you to stay involved. Don't let graduation be the end of your involvement, but just the beginning of a lifetime of involvement. Maybe you will play in our golf tournament or come back to the golf course for a round of golf. Be an advisory committee member, become a member of the Board of Regents, or help recruit the next State Tech grads. No matter how you choose to do it, just stay involved. So again, congratulations and welcome to our successful, high-achieving, hard-working, and sometimes a little crazy State Tech family. We are sure you will fit right in. Congratulations. And now, Mr. John Kleba, Board of Regents President, will now say a few final words to our graduating class.
Good morning. I have great news for you. I am the last thing standing between you and a true celebration of your graduation. Funny how popular that is. On behalf of the State Tech Board of Regents, faculty, and staff, I congratulate each and every one of you for achievement and acknowledge your hard work and determination that was necessary for you to achieve this milestone in your life. And as President of the Board of Regents, I now present to you, and if I could have all of the graduates stand and turn and face your family and supporters. May I present to you the 2022 graduating class of State Technical College of Missouri.
World singing